I'm just going to come out and say this. People are way too rude to fast food workers. A lot of the time when you go to McDonald's, Dairy Queen, and Taco Bell, the kids who are working are really young, probably their first job around the age of 16. They don't really know how to handle certain situations when it comes to customer complaints and just rude people in general. There's nobody sitting there, babysitting their every move, waiting for a rude customer to show up just so they can step in. They're expected to do their job and be successful at it no matter what. When people come to the drive-thru demanding things, being bossy, and not being polite at all, then it just makes the job even more difficult and less appealing at all. Honestly, if everyone could just be a little more understanding with the younger generation with fast food and just food service in general, then it would make it way less dreadful to work in. I have a personal story to share. When I was 16, I got my first job at Taco Bell, and I was really scared. Not only was it my first job, but I'm very shy and antisocial in general, so helping customers was hard, and rude customers was even worse. There were multiple occasions where someone would sit there and start screaming at me or complaining about their food, and I literally didn't know what to do because I've never had to deal with that before. So because of all these bad situations, I ended up quitting in less than a month because I couldn't handle the customers. Then I decided to go work at Domino's as a manager, and I ended up training people that were younger than me to deal with these customers that don't know how to act or treat anyone. And so there's no way to teach anyone how to deal with someone like that. You just have to live and learn, I guess. It was near impossible to teach them, and they would ask me, what do I do when someone complains about this and that, and I literally didn't have an answer for them. People might have personal things going on in their lives, but it doesn't mean that they have to take it out on the people that are giving them the food that they ordered for dinner that night. If you're someone who works in the food industry, you've definitely probably experienced some type of rude customer at one point or another. But there's also a couple things that you could do to help make the situation better. You could talk to your coworkers about how to better handle these situations and prepare for it. Maybe even having like a plan, like if someone complains about food or service or something, you could make it up to them just so they could stop complaining. If you do not work in food service though, you could be on the other end of it making a difference. You could be polite, patient, understanding when you go through and get food, or even if you do have a complaint, you can be nice about it and not take it out on the employees. There were many times when I was working at Domino's and Taco Bell that people would scream at the employees for running out of inventory when it's not their fault at all. They make minimum wage and they're just there for their paychecks. They're not there to make sure that the food quality is 100% perfect. People were never understanding of that and just always continued to act like they have complete control over the entire restaurant. Sometimes we would run out of pasta and wings and have to call them back and tell them I can exchange it for something else, but there's nothing I can do about it, and they would start cussing and just ruin the entire night for the employees. Overall, I'm just here to say that people need to respect food industry workers more. It's their way of income, and they don't have a choice to enforce the rules that they're required to at work. So next time you decide that a cheeseburger and fries sounds good on your way home from work, don't forget to not make that employee's job any worse than it already is. In the end, it'll make this entire world a way better place to live in for everyone.